Hello everyone. You may be wondering, why are we at your nightstand? Oh, hold on, I gotta add a book here. Why are we at your nightstand? Well, I thought this was the perfect place to start my 1 to 2 week writing vlog. We're either doing 1 2-week vlog or 2 1-week each vlogs. We're gonna see how I feel. The purpose of this vlog is twofold. One is to write and to keep me accountable and kind of update you on, writing. I probably won't do any writing today. It is Monday, June 3rd, by the way. We'll put a little thing in here. And I'm off work and I'm not doing anything for the next 2 weeks. So we're aiming to get a lot done. Today I had to clean a lot, so I didn't really have time to do much else. It's already 4:22, but the rest of the week and next week we're gonna focus on twofold: writing. I will tell you more about my work in progress when we're actually gonna write some, but I'll save that for later for now. But the purpose of this clip is another thing I want to accomplish in these 2 weeks is finishing all these books. You may think that's a little crazy and chaotic of me, but I am in the middle of all of them, which is also crazy and chaotic, but that's my life. Also, this is where books come to die, is my nightstand. I don't know what is wrong with me. I literally have a bookshelf 2 feet to my right, but if I urgently want to read a book, or if I'm in the middle of a book, here's where it comes to live. It's it needs to haunt me. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go through them all real quick, introduce all these books. And we're not going to spend a whole lot. I mean, this vlog, I probably should do 2 1-week vlogs, or else this video is going to be 80 million years long. But I'm going to try and be quick. We're not going to do a lot of updates because I don't want a super long video. We're just going to go through all these really as quickly as possible. So the one on top is Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat. I'm the almost donest with this one. I actually started reading this as a library book. I brought it on vacation with me last month. Or 2 months ago. Oh my God, it's June. In April, and I started reading it and I was really enjoying it. So I bought a physical copy and I bought the sequel because I'm really loving it. It's very Roman inspired, about good versus evil. And this boy Will is on the light side, and there's a lot of tension with him and this boy James, who's on the dark side. And I'm they're definitely going to be romantically involved, and the tension is so good. And there's also this other character named Violet, and I really like her and Will's friendship. I'm just really enjoying everything about this. I really like the vibes and the Roman magical mythology element of it. Yeah, really enjoying this one. Aiming to finish this today or tomorrow. This is going to be the next one I finish. Next I have The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. This is a historical fantasy about this girl who can do magic and this other guy, and I think there's a magical competition of some sort. I'm only 60 pages in. I started this the other weekend and I'm really enjoying it. I was supposed to read it last month for a couple friends and I have a little book club, and this was our pick for a couple months ago, and I haven't read it. But I do have a signed copy, so that's pretty cool. But I'm really enjoying this so far. I really need to read this to catch up with the book club. But another girl hasn't read it yet either, so at least I'm not alone. I'm just gonna pile these on my bed. The next pick for our book club is The Woods All Black by Lee Mandello. I was actually supposed to go to an event. He's actually doing a talk, and I was supposed to go, and now I can't go, and I'm really upset about it because I love Summer Sun so much. It was one of my favorite reads of last year. This is a novella he wrote. It's about a trans woman in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's 1920s Appalachia horror, trans romance. I'm yeah, sign me up. Lee Mandello also has another novella about wolves that I have no interest in reading, but this one I was I really want to read that, and it's very short. So again, hoping to read that in the next 2 weeks. And then, this is the only one that might not totally happen. This is The Heir of Novron by Michael J. Sullivan. This is the 3rd volume of, oh, my bookmark fell out. That's a bummer. third volume of, what is this called? Writer of Revelations. This has books 5 and 6 in it. I've read and loved the first 4 books earlier this year. And my dad's also read the series and really loved it. And he keeps being like, Claire, have you read the last book yet? What? I just realized my bathroom door's open. You can see in there. Apologies. He's like, have you read it? And I'm like, no. I don't know why, because I like binged the first 4. I was loving them. And they have these audiobooks that are like dramatized, and like everyone has a different voice and there's like sound. It's really fun to listen to. This is basically a adult fantasy series about classic like English medieval fantasy, and there's these 2 characters, Hadrian and Royce, and they're thieves, and it's just about them and their journey. Like, and there's this world where this heir is missing, and like there's all of this political stuff about this heir and like the church, and these 2 thieves. They're thieves in the beginning, but they get roped into all of this stuff going on in the world. And I've loved the first 4 books. I liked books 3 and 4 a little bit less than 1 and 2. So like this second volume was probably like a 4-star. This one was a 5-star. But my dad said this one is super good. I'm like 20 pages into the first book. I just want to finish the first book in this, 2-book situation. I have the audiobook checked out, so that I'm not aiming to finish this whole thing, just the first bit. Okay, this stack is a little bit more intimidating. This one doesn't count. I'm rereading The Lost Hero with my husband right now. We're almost done. I'm not going to talk about that here. Next is The Invisible Library by Genevieve Cogman. I'm like 40 pages in. It's like a magical library. They're like spies or something. I was kind of confused. I'm kind of confused 40 pages in. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of like parallel universes, dimensions going on. I don't know, but I'm gonna read that. And then Silver Under Nightfall by Rin Chapek. I won't be super mad if I don't get to this one. I'll give you a priority list at the end of this little clip, but I won't be super mad just because it's quite long and I'm only 80 pages in. I was supposed to read this with my best friend when I went on that trip I mentioned, and I got to page 85 on the plane and then didn't touch it the whole trip. So this is like about vampires. Everyone compares it to Castlevania, which is one of my favorite things ever, and it's like a polyamorous romance, and I'm like, that sounds great. But I also worry because the sequel and finale came out and people don't like it. So, but I am really enjoying it so far. I want to give it a chance. The sequel sucks, you know. If I still enjoy this one, it will probably be worth it. Anyway, so I won't be super mad if I don't get to that one. This is pathetic. This is At Midnight by Dahlia Adler. If you've like watched my videos, I read this for Summerween in last year. It's a collection of short stories that is not really, it looks like it should be Halloween-y, but it's really not. I made it to story, I don't know, page 150. I read like maybe 3 or 4 stories, it looks like. I hope I wrote the ratings at the beginning because I don't remember any of them. Oh, I did, thank God. I don't remember them. So, and this has been sitting here. I have no motivation to finish this. And I'm like, oh, it's short stories. I can just pick it up whenever. So I just never pick it up. So I just have to get this out of my life. And then lastly, I'm also reading The Red Pyramid by Rick Riordan. I kind of shifted focus because I was rereading this, and then my husband and I switched to rereading I've reread all of Percy Jackson, and now we're reading these. And he doesn't really care about rereading these. And I never finished this trilogy, dirty secret of mine. So I just want to finish it. I know it's not going to be my favorite of his stuff, but as a Rick Riordan fangirl, I just have to say I've read all his books. You know what I mean? So anyway, so priority. This clip's already 10 minutes, so here we go. Oh my God. You're resting against Orphe the Squishmallow right now, so it's not exactly the most stable place. Anyway, this is gonna be finished. I'm almost done with it. And then top priority after that is probably these ones here. And then, second tier are, sorry, you can see my whale. He's waving, my stuffed whale. This is second tier priority, but all of them will be great. But let's be honest. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, Not 8 books in 2 weeks is ludicrous. I usually average around 2 or 3. Wait a minute, if 2 or 3 a week, it's actually not that crazy. It's just double that for 2 weeks. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're just gonna try my best. I don't have a lot going on, so I have time. But also, the only one that has an audio version is this one. I mean, the Familiar does, but it has like a quadrillion week hold. So this is really the only one I can listen to on audio. All the rest, I have to use my eyeballs, so I can't really multitask. But we'll see. All right, I'll check in when I either have a book update or a writing update. So see you then. Bye. Hello, everyone. It's late on Tuesday. It's like almost 10 o'clock. I got my, wait, there he is. Got my boy in here with me. We actually have another cat now. My husband's cat. She was an outdoor cat. Long story short, she was an outdoor cat, so we didn't want to take her because we were afraid she'd try and escape. But then she got attacked by a wild animal. Oh, yes? Do you have something to say? Anyway, so she's living inside with us now. She tried to come in earlier, but they don't really like each other. They're like tolerating each other. So they kind of like looked at each other and she left. Anyway, that's not why I'm here. I'm here because I wrote some tonight. I wrote like 1,400 words with a friend of mine. We did some writing sprints. So that is my update. I am at 7,170 words. I don't really have a concrete goal, just to make some significant progress in these 2 weeks. I have plans with another friend tomorrow for more writing sprints because these things help me be accountable. But I'm coming on here to kind of explain what work in progress what manuscript I'm working on. I am working on a manuscript that's called Carousel. It is about this girl named June, and I'm not gonna, oh, do you want out? Okay, you can leave. Okay, well, whatever. If you hear Hades, my husband's playing Hades downstairs. All right, are you leaving or not? Oh, there he goes. Okay, I'm not gonna go into too much detail because this is something, sorry, I have blue under my fingernail. Just noticed that. Okay, fun. Because this is something I want to like try and query at some point or do something with. So I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically it's about this girl named June. She works at an amusement park, and I'm trying to give it like Nancy Drew in the Haunted Carousel, Scooby-Doo vibes. And it's like a little contemporary YA romance and like self-discovery. So that's what I'm going for. I've had a pretty hard time getting started because I've had to do a lot of brainstorming because since there's a mystery element, I've really struggled with that. I don't think I'm a very good plot twist person, mystery person. And that's what a mystery is, like a plot twist. So I've just been spending a lot of time trying to plan it out, but I don't know. I've just had trouble getting started. But I do think I like what I've written so far. I've written, like I said, about 7,000 words, 14 pages. Not a whole lot, but also this isn't going to be a super long manuscript, I don't think, since it's contemporary. But let's just throw out a number I can try and get to by the end of the week. No, I'm not going to do that because if I don't hit it, I'll be upset. We're just going to try and write be consistent. Consistency is what I'm going for. So yeah, that's my little writing check-in. I'll check in. I also read some of Dark Rises today by C.S. Picot. I was hoping to finish it, but I don't know if I'm going to. That's okay. We can always finish it tomorrow. So check in when I have another update. Okay, bye. Hello everyone. I just finished those writing sprints with my other friend. I didn't write nearly as much today because I was going back and like rearranging some things, but I'm at 7,784 words. So I think that's about 600 words, which I'm not complaining. Any words, well, not any word's a good word. Sometimes you have to delete them, but it's all good forward progress. I don't know if I'm going to focus as much on writing tomorrow. I really need to do some reading. but because it's already Wednesday, which is crazy. I knew these couple weeks were gonna fly by, but they really be flying. I did do a lot of video editing today, so that's been a good productive thing. I'm hoping to get a video up today, actually, one of my TBR ones. So yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna write as much tomorrow, but maybe on Friday I'll try and be intentional about doing some writing sprints. So yeah, all right, I'll check in when I have another update. Bye. Hello, I thought in order to make this vlog more interesting, besides this hair that's making it more interesting, I just went to Target. I thought I could give a little Target haul in my hot car. So I went in for cold foam, which I did get because I'm out and I like to have it with my coffee. There's a woman walking by. I'm so sweaty. Anyway, I also got these gummies because my husband and I are obsessed with them right now. Fruit snacks are the best. Then, not a lot of this, all of this was impulsive except for the cold foam. I also got this Kodiak Power Muffin. I'm going to eat this today because Kodiak's pretty yummy and it has protein in their stuff, which, I'm always trying to get more protein in my diet. Sorry, I'm just trying to repack my bag. Then, this is a bit more fun. I got these shorts. It's the Target Colsey brand. I'm obsessed with this brand. I don't know if it's the most quality stuff ever, but it's so comfortable. And then I also got, again, impulsive. I was walking by the makeup section on my way out, and I was like, you know what? I barely have any eyeshadow, and the eyeshadow I do have is this one palette that's this big, so I always forget to bring it with me when I travel. So I was like, I'm gonna get a little baby eyeshadow, and I've always heard good things about ColourPop. That's the extent of my makeup knowledge. I'm like, I've heard good things, I guess, so I got it. I got this pretty simple color. Don't they have names? I feel like Mighty Morphin Super Shock Shadow. Why is it not focusing? Hello? You can just believe me. I don't know if that's the color name or just the brand of the... Maybe if I open it, does it say? What color? Don't they usually have colors? Nope. I don't know. You can tell how much I know about makeup. It's nothing. So, but I got that. And that's it. So, there's my haul. Hope you enjoyed. Hello, everyone. I can't believe it is already Thursday. That's freaking crazy. I'm sitting on a blanket. I have gotten a lot done this week and haven't gotten a lot done at the same time. I feel like I'm here to finally do some reading. I really want to focus on reading this evening. Maybe I'm going to play some video games. I don't know. You'll see. But I wanted to do a little, what's the word? Montage? No. B-roll? I don't know. Of me just chilling in the library reading. I feel like I've done some writing. I've done some video editing, which is good. I haven't been able to do that in a long time. But I haven't been doing as much reading as I was hoping. So, but that's okay. We're here now. This is supposed to be fun, relaxing time. No pressure. So I actually am, for the first part of this is my audiobook I'm listening to right now. It's The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. This is the Owl Crate edition, which I can show you real quick. It's pretty cool. We got violins. It's the same on the back. It's red. And then, I can't remember what. Oh yeah, there's ooh, this feels really nice. Let's see. This is on this side. And then the underneath is an alternate dust jacket, which I think is pretty cool. I won't go super into this since this wasn't actually one of my goals for this video. It just happened to be the audiobook I needed to listen to because it's going back to the library in a few days. But it's like a World War I historical fantasy situation. I wasn't really loving it at first, but now I'm pretty invested. I'm actually further than this. I need to find where I am in the audiobook. So I'm pretty close to the end. So I might try and focus on this because I just want to finish it. And then I still haven't I still haven't finished Dark Rise by C.S. Picot. This is pathetic. I need to finish this today. So these are going to be what I'm reading tonight. I also have a snack. So, time to read. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to say I finished it. I'm not going to go super in detail, but I really liked it. I thought it was really good, actually. I'm pleasantly surprised because I wasn't a huge fan in the beginning, but it really won me over in the end. So yeah, now I will focus. I'll probably go upstairs because it's dinner time, but I'm also finishing this tonight. I have to. Look how close I am. It must happen. Okay, check in later. I look crazy. We're just gonna do this real quick. The reason my hair looks like this is I just sat like this for like an hour. Sorry if you hear my husband, he's in a meeting. I probably shouldn't be filming this right now, but I just finished this. I just sat like this for like an hour finishing this. Damn. That was crazy. I saw somebody say like, in a Goodreads review, like, oh yeah, pretty good book. First 400 pages, like I'm having a good time. And then like the last 50, they were like, and that's so true. 5 stars. I have to pick up the sequel immediately. Dang, this is such a unique young adult book. Reminded me a lot of Lord of the Rings or like mythology story. There were so many unique aspects to this. So refreshing. I feel like I read a lot of books that are similar to one another, which isn't always a bad thing, but so unique. Had some tropes I really like. I'm very intrigued. I'm very interested to see where the next book goes because I knew like not everything was what it seemed, but the end of this was so good. Okay, that's all I have to say. I finally finished it. It's freaking Friday. Let's hope I can read more this weekend and next week. Check in later. Good morning, everyone. It's actually Monday. I was supposed to end this yesterday, but we're ending it today. I'm in a strange bedroom. I'm in my parents' guest bedroom. I stayed here last night because we saw Beetlejuice, the musical. Super good. I really loved it. I loved the humor. Anyway, I should have gotten like a clip of that, but I didn't. Whoopsies. I wasn't thinking about it, but I had a really good weekend, hung out with some friends. I finished my video game, that Banishers game. It was pretty good. Here's my little review for anyone who cares. It's basically this game where you play as Red and Antea, who are banishers. They come and like banish ghosts, but at the beginning Antea dies, so she is a ghost, like kind of helping you. And throughout the game you have to choose whether to like help people and like help her ascend or kill people and bring her back to life. I can never be bad in video games, so I chose to ascend her. I really liked the story of the game a lot. I wasn't a huge fan of the combat, and I wasn't a huge fan of like the map. It was like very hard to get places, and the fast travel system was overly complicated. But I would give it, I don't know, I usually don't rate video games, but it's like a 4 out of 5. It was pretty good. I enjoyed. So I finished that this weekend, hung out with friends, I already said that. And then, yeah, yesterday we saw Beetlejuice, so it was a really good weekend. This week overall has been really fun. I didn't end up writing as much as I would like. I think those 2 times I checked in, those were the only words I really got. I have been trying to, like, brainstorm a bit, but yeah, I only ended up, I don't know, it was like 2,500 total, which is better than I've been doing previous weeks, I guess. But, I'm going to try and write more in the next vlog. And I'm here with a victory to close this out because last night, oh God, this book is so heavy. I finished, well, not this whole thing. I finished Wintertide, which is, can I even get to the page? Let's see if I can do it. Yes. Finished Wintertide, book 5, which I didn't realize. Usually these are split half and half, but look at this. This is Wintertide, and this is the last book in the series, which, you know what, I'm all for, because, you know, last book, you got to be big. You got to do it all. So I basically binged this weekend. Also, I usually listen to the dramatized audiobooks because they're really cool. And I realized it took me till book 5 to realize that they're kind of abridged. Not very much, because I researched it because I was freaked out. So I was like, oh, I missed all this stuff. And Reddit told me that they're only like, they're not very abridged. It's usually just sentences of like characters, like how characters are speaking, because in the dramatized version, they just speak as they're described speaking, if that makes any sense. And I've read this series like kind of half on audio and half physically, because sometimes I like get really into it and they're really fast reads. So I don't feel like I've missed anything, but I was like having a conniption about it. I was like, I've missed all this stuff. And I was like, do I want to keep listening to the dramatized versions? And I was like, you know what? I just need to calm down. I haven't missed anything. They're just cutting out, like, I don't know. I get weird about abridged audiobooks because I'm like, I feel like I'm not listening to the full story. But from what Reddit said, in these dramatized editions, they're not cutting out. One, they're not cutting out very much. And two, anyway, I did my research, and I think they're just so cool and fun, because like these dramatized versions, there's like music, like every character has a different voice actor. It's so cool. So like I would highly recommend those. So I don't want, like, it's not, they're not really unabridged. I think I had a little moment for nothing. But anyway, it's just funny that I thought it was funny that it took me till this book to be like I was reading a scene that I thought I'd already listened to, and I was like, I don't remember this little scene. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, it's because it's not in there. But anyway, that was a tangent. I binged this weekend. I loved it. 5 stars. Oh my God. I was a blubbering mess last night. I'll insert the clip I took of myself. Fuck this book. Oh my God. I'm so upset. But the end of this book made me sob. It's great. I think I already said what the series is about. It's about these thieves, Hadrian and Royce. I don't really think they look like this. Like, Hadrian is always described as like this really big dude, and I'm like, this is a skinny man. Like, who is this? Royce is always described as like small with his hood up, so I'm like, okay, that could be Royce. But anyway, it's about these thieves, and well, they start out as thieves, but they kind of get embroiled in the politics of this world, and it's really about this heir of Navron. Like, it's this ancient heir that is said to be like missing. A lot of the politics play around that, and it's just like from the first book and them getting, you know, entrenched and all this kind of just goes from there. And now, you know, we're getting to the end, and I was a little worried because the second volume, The Rise of Empire, which has books 3 and 4 in it, I still really enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but I did not love it as much as the first 2 books. So like the 4th book, which is The Emerald Storm, I gave like a 4. I was like, this was fun. I still really enjoyed it, but compared to the other ones, I was like, they're just like on a boat the whole time and like in a jungle. And I was like, I don't care. Especially, and all these questions have still needed to get answered. I feel like we've like kind of answered some of them, but not really. I'm like, Michael J. Sullivan, you got a lot of work to do in this 600-page book you're about to give me. But anyway, so I was a little worried, but this one was 5 stars. I loved it. And in it, because each book has like something, you know, they're doing. So in this one, Hadrian like accidentally becomes a knight, basically. So I loved that whole arc of him like bumbling around trying to act like a knight. Yeah, I loved it. So I ended up reading, let me sit up. I don't know why I just laid down. I ended up reading 2 books, right, that I wanted to finish for this vlog. I finished Dark Rise and I finished Wintertide. So, and I did read a little bit of other ones. I think my goal for next week is to read The Invisible Library and that Lee Mandela one, like In the Dark Woods or something, The Woods So Black. And then I'm not gonna worry as much about the other ones. I would be pretty happy with that because I have a vacation at the end of the month that I still have time to read some of those other ones I really wanted to get to. So yeah, I think that's my goal. And obviously I still want to write next week. So yeah, tune in for that. Hopefully I can edit this vlog maybe today, depending on how my day goes. I have a DMV appointment today, so that might take up some of my time, but maybe this evening I can work on that. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. I hope I have enough fun content here. I don't know how much I have, so this might be short. I have no clue. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Bye.